1, the basics of communication. Before anything else, let's define first the word communication. Communication comes from the Latin word communicare, which means to share or to participate. In its working definition, communication is a process by which people transmit information, share verbal and nonverbal messages, and create meanings with each other. Communication has its own basic features, or what we call the nature of communication. The first is communication as a process. It begins with conceptualizing of ideas by the sender, who will then transmit the message through a channel to receiver, who in turn give the feedback. Next, it is symbolic. Symbols like letters, words, sentences, graphs, pictures, and other concrete objects can represent or stand for the ideas that we intend to convey verbally. Lastly, it is both a discipline or liberation. In communication, people get to choose words which can convey their ideas properly in various disciplines or field of study. We have two common types of communication. The first is the verbal messages. Verbal messages consist of words and sound to communicate with another person. It is important that we select the most exact words to express our messages accurately, as the language that we use is dynamic. Also, there are words that are created to express one thoughts, which are called the slangs. Another is that we have two principal methods of describing the meaning of the words. First is the denotative meaning, which pertains to the dictionary and literal meaning of the word, while connotative meaning is the emotional or feeling behind the word.
Now I'll be discussing the components and process of communication. There are 8 components in the process of communication. First is the sender, or the person who conveys the message and produces a required response. It may be an individual or a group. The verbal and non-verbal symbols are essential in ascertaining interpretation of the message by the recipient. Next is the message. It is the key idea that the sender wants to communicate. The communication begins with the process of deciding as to what message will be conveyed, so the main objective of the message must be clear. Channel is a means used to transmit the messages from the sources to receivers. It must be chosen appropriately, or the messages may not be conveyed to the target recipients. The fourth component is noise, or anything that blocks or changes the interpretation of the intended message. It can be classified as physical noise, physiological noise, or psychological noise. The receiver is the person for whom the message is intended. This person receives and interprets the messages conveyed. Feedback is the response of the message. It permits the sender to analyze the efficacy of the message. It helps in confirming if the interpretation of the recipient of the message is correct. This is followed by the environment, or the physical and psychological aspects of the communication where you send and receive messages. It has a role in communication because it affects its quality. Last is the context, or the setting, scene, and expectation of the individuals involved. It influences the language and behavior among the participants.
Three models of communication. The first one is the linear model. It is a one-way process wherein the sender is the only one that sends message through a channel and noise can be present. There is no response or feedback from the receiver. Now the problem with this model is that it isolates people from the line of communication, which they may miss important informations and the opportunity to contribute ideas. Next model is the interactive model. Here there is an exchange of ideas and messages between participants, and it involves the context of communication and relationship dynamic. Similar to interactive model is a transactional model, but here it states that the participants are simultaneously the receiver and sender. Ethics of communication. It is the principle that governs communication. It is the right and wrong aspects of it. Now this varies and depends on people and places where the communication is taking place. There are 4 styles of communication, namely passive-aggressive, passive-aggressive, and assertive. Passive communicators appears to have no care and would just simply shows agreement. Aggressive communicators openly expresses their ideas with loud and controlling voices. Passive-aggressive communicators appears to have no care but is indirectly angry, while assertive communicators politely expresses their thoughts and shows respect to others.
Nature of nonverbal communication is particularly evident. Every day, people unintentionally convey nonverbal signals by their facial expressions, gestures, body postures, and tone of the voice. It is a form of communication where a message is transferred to one another and the use of words is not required. Nonverbal communication has 5 characteristics. Number 1. Nonverbal communication give hints on how people feel. Like, it is the primary means of communicating emotion. You can usually tell how they are feeling without them saying a word. Number 2. Nonverbal communication makes impossible to communicate. Are you hungry? Number 3. Nonverbal communications primarily involves attitudes, not ideas. Number 4. Nonverbal communication behavior provides clues, not facts. Number 5. Nonverbal communication provides much more information than verbal communication. 65 to 70% of information is due to nonverbal communication. If you want to become a better communicator, it is important to become more sensitive not only to the body language and verbal cues of others, but also to your own. And that is the characteristic of nonverbal communication. To further understand nonverbal communication, we will discuss it more.
Verbal communication indicates the range of complementing or contradicting realities expressed in words. It's important to be tactful in communicating because these cues can convey one's sincerity as a person. How you look, move, and react can function through the following. First, complimenting, when words match your nonverbal behavior, like when you pat a friend's back while saying it's gonna be okay soon. Next, substituting, when nonverbal behavior becomes the sole channel of expressing a message, like when someone asks you something and you reply with a thumbs up. Regulating, it regulates conversations, like when you tap someone's arm when you want to talk next. Or accenting, this may alter interpretation of words. It may be conveyed through touch, voice pitch, and gestures. Fifth, repeating, when nonverbal cues strengthen words, like quoting gestures. Last, contradicting, when nonverbal cues opposed to words being uttered, like when someone is saying I'm listening while doing something else.
Know that there are different types of nonverbal symbols? Kinesics is the interpretation of body movements which includes a large repertoire of physical actions. Under these are the following. Eye contact or oculesics is a study of eye movement, eye behavior, gaze, and eye-related nonverbal communication. Facial expressions are where humans are able to communicate countless emotions without even saying a word. Gesture is where visible bodily actions communicate particular messages. It includes movement of the hands, face, or other parts of the body. Posture is the manner of sitting and standing. Paralanguage is the vocal but non-verbal dimension of speech. It has something to do with voice intonation that accompanies speech, including voice pitch, voice tone, and the rhythm of speech. Paralanguage can alter meaning. When the voice tone rises at the end of an English sentence, it means that the sentence is a question. Paralanguage can give emotional context for the content or speech. A loud, high-pitched voice tone can express excitement, anger, or fear. Paralanguage can show membership in a linguistic subgroup. Accents are partially caused by paralanguage. Haptic communication is a form of nonverbal communication wherein people and animals communicate via touching. Touch is the most effective means to communicate feelings and emotions. There are 5 different types of touch.
Functional or professional touch, social or polite touch, friendship or warmth touch, love or intimate touch, and sexual touch.
Number 4. Proxemics. Proxemics is the study of how we use space and distance when we communicate. According to Edward T. Hall, there are 4 main zones of personal space, namely intimate, personal, social, and public distance. How far one we talk to or sit from someone is reflexive and varies widely depending on our culture. Number 5. Chronemics. Chronemics refers to a communication-based understanding of time. These understandings vary from culture to culture and from person to person. Cultures are usually put into 2 system categories, monochronic and polychronic. Number 6. Physical appearance. Visual impact is as important as verbal impact. Physical appearance is generally the first nonverbal message received and can be used to develop judgments based on facial expressions, accessories, clothing, hairstyle, level of attractiveness, among other things.
Good day. My name is Veronica Arbois Bartolabak, 19 years old from Quezon City. I'm currently studying at Polytechnic University of the Philippines with the program of Bachelor of Science in Accountancy or BSA. I finished my senior high school with honors and special award at Technological Institute of the Philippines, Quezon City, under the Academic Business and Management strand. As a TIP graduate, my school equipped me with full competence in the field of my strand and ensured that I possess Filipino values such as honesty and integrity, industry-desired values of positive work attitude such as good communication skills, computer skills, initiative and openness to keep on learning, and the global citizen values such as mindfulness and respect for cultural diversity. With those values and skills, and also knowledge that I had learned, I can contribute to the welfare of your company and to our society. In regard to my experience during my senior high school years, we had work immersion, and my training was held at the Starline Security Group. This agency is known for providing high quality of personnel as they believe that people are the best assets. I was assigned under the Billing and Admin Department, wherein we are the one who manage, compile, analyze, and record the reports on billing and collection activities of the company.
Good day. I'm Ramujin R. Maglanok, age 19, born and raised in the province of Nueva Ecija. I graduated with high honors and award in business simulation during my senior high school years at Wesleyan University of the Philippines, where I took the Accountancy and Business Management strand. Currently, I am studying at Polytechnic University of the Philippines, taking Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. The past years provided me knowledge in computer software, conversing and writing in English, as well as the basics of accounting. I can work well with peers and adjust easily to changes. Also, during summer breaks, I also help in managing the business of my parents, and it gave me experiences and ideas that I can use for work. Now, I am looking forward to new experiences and knowledge that will help me in strengthening and building a better foundation in accountancy, as well as making a good impact in change. I will also continue to work hard and be passionate with what I do. That's all. Thank you for listening.
I'm Francis Albert Ramos, 19 years old from Ilagan City, province of Isabela. I finished secondary education at Isabela National High School under the Accountancy, Business and Management strand with high honors. Now I'm currently taking up Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at Polytechnic University of the Philippines, which is well known for its commitment to academic excellence. I work as a receptionist and an assistant in an office in our local government unit as part of our work immersion program, where I receive a special award for my excellent performance. I'm knowledgeable with basic computer functions, as I majored in Information and Communication Technology in junior high school. I'm excellent in verbal and written communication. I can work with different people with diverse personalities, and I'm innovative and an efficient worker. With that, I'm confident that I can contribute something worthwhile to your company.
Hi, my name is Fernando Jose S. Velasco, 20 years of age, currently taking a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. A hardworking and passionate senior high school graduate of Apex Schools and Ayala Uni Company under the Accountancy, Business and Management strand. During my stay in that school, I have undergone an intense series of training in Ayala's specialized program for senior high school students called Accelerated Career Experience that equipped me a vast knowledge and skills primarily in customer service. I have gained enough competence in customer service such as empathizing customers, active listening, and effectively resolving concerns of clients. Moreover, I also underwent in business communication, sales delivery, and ICT program. I embody the right core values of an employee. I am determined, persistent, and goal-driven, which I think a great contribution to the success of your company in the industry of customer service. I would enjoy having the opportunity to talk more about this position and how I could use my skills to benefit your organization. If you have any questions and concerns about me, feel free to contact me by this email address or contact number.
Good morning. My name's Joey Faith Corona, residing in Calamba, Laguna. I graduated high school in Mary Hopwood Christian College with honors and special awards, specializing in accountancy and business management. Currently, I am an accountancy student in one of the prominent schools for this program, for the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. In 2018, I had a work immersion in one of the outsourcing companies in my town as an accounting officer assistant. A year after, I had also worked as an accounting department intern in Pag-ibig Fund, where I used to compile documents on collections, encode data contributions, and monitor data efficiency in the accounts of our clients. What I can offer are my strong time management, communication, and leadership skills for both individual and collaborative work. Also, my moderate computer skills and accounting skills which I will passionately learn in this field.
I'm Paul Kevin Ramos, 19 years old, from Rodriguez, Rizal. I finished my secondary education at Casiglahan Village Senior High School under the Accountancy, Business, and Management strand with honors. I'm an incoming second-year student under the Bachelor of Science in Accountancy program at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila. I am good in verbal and written communication and can work with different people as I was a news writer and editor for our school publication in senior high school. I can also do video editing, Microsoft Office software, create a website, and other computer functions. Unlike others who had office work for their work immersions, we created and sold products such as perfume and attended business seminars about financial literacy and business management under the Most Holy Rosary multi-purpose cooperative in our town. With the persistence, innovativeness, and the ability to work with others that I had learned from my previous experiences, I am certain that I can be someone of value to your company.
Good day. My name is Mary Joy L. Rarang, 19 years of age. I was born and raised in Malasique, Pangasinan. I am currently studying at Polytechnic University of the Philippines, taking a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. What I'm looking for is a company where I can add value to and a team where I can grow personally and professionally. In terms of goals and result, I am persistent to innovate and aims to achieve the greatest possibilities could be. When it comes to decision making, I am broad-minded and always choose things with conviction. I have a proactive mindset and prepares for all the eventualities. Accuracy, integrity, diversity, and inclusion are some of the work ethics that I uphold. I am open to constructive criticisms because it will contribute to my improvement. I am satisfied with my work when I enjoy what I'm doing and when I am happy with the result of my hard works. For more information, you can contact me at my email address maryjoylucarorarang@gmail.com or at my cell phone number 0907-827-1711. Thank you, have a nice day, and God bless.